What's up, guys? Cam and Monique here from Blerd Up, and we are about to jump into episode number 5 of the Amazon show, Them. We do want to take a quick moment and let you know that this will be a highlight reaction. We will not be showing some of the footage in this episode, just mainly out of respect for the audience. We do want to make sure you guys understand that the following material may be harmful and traumatizing to some audiences. So, in the words of some of our great TV shows, viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome back, all you Blerdos, to another episode of Blerd Up Reacts. We're your host. I'm Monique.
I'm Killer Cam.
And today we are watching and reacting to episode 5 of Them. This one is going to be a struggle because all of you in the comments have already warned us that this is the episode where things just kind of start going downhill. Yeah. So I'm a little worried.
You know it's bad, like when everybody in the comments is warning us, then our parents are warning us. You know it's got to be something. And on the last video, I was like, I need to see more. I do need to see more, but
you're not gonna be ready. I feel like we're not gonna be ready for this. No matter what it is, no matter how much preparation we put in for this, I still think we're not going to be ready based upon the amount of comments and just warnings that we have gotten. So,
yeah. I don't know why. I just got this level. It really is a thing. And again, last episode wasn't as heavy as the previous episodes, but I know that's because there's something coming. Mm-hmm. So my anxiety, just at the mention of like, we finna get ready to do this next reaction for them, my anxiety is like,
yeah. I absolutely get that, because at the beginning of this video, like at the start when I said welcome back, my anxiety went whoop. Like, I'm not ready.
So ready to jump into it. I do want to call out a comment though from Jasmine, I believe it's Yasmin. Mm-hmm. But Yasmin was like, I was cursing throughout the series, so go ahead, because remember on the last one I did a disclaimer, I will be cussing a lot throughout this. So she was like, I was cussing throughout the series, so please go ahead. It was stunning seeing Anika Noni Rose work, because she hasn't worked in a long time, but she was outstanding for the time that she was here. Let me refrain from spoilers. Y'all been having some great predictions though. I didn't feel sorry for her, referring to Betty, which I didn't either, so okay. And constantly saying, wait, what is that? What was that?
Yeah.
And she said, like, she feels like she said it before, but the way the writers have us questioning the reality in every scene of the Emerys is just crazy. Yeah. And I can agree to that, because we still don't know, like, is y'all bitches crazy? Like, what's happening here?
Right. Baby, I'm sorry.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, let me say this, Jasmine. Yes, I hope I translated that correctly. It's in Arabic, so I hope I translated your name correctly. Yeah. If I didn't, drop down in the comments to let me know the proper pronunciation. So
yeah, but I do agree with her. Anika Noni Rose in the last episode, the way she was just like going through her little dialogue in terms of getting everything clean, and she was like, these people, like, I was like, oh man, you like felt like everything that she felt. So yeah, did a wonderful job in the last episode. And I wish we could stop there.
Yeah. The other thing, like the way she did her voice too, like she turned herself into like this mousy housewife, and I was just like, it just made it more creepy. But I feel like we are getting more Anika Noni Rose. In other shows, I know that they are doing a TV show adaptation of Let Me In or Let the Right One In, and she is joining that cast along with Damian Bashir. So I'm like,
love it. Love Black horror.
Yeah. So before we jump into this, thank you to everyone who's been liking, subscribing to the channel. Again, your likes, your views, your comments, your shares. You guys are driving this series, man. You're driving it. You keep coming through with the 50 likes. Let's keep it going, and we will keep this series going just for you. Yeah. If you are new to our channel, just stumbling across our content, please make sure you do hit the like button if you are digging a reaction, and hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with everything we have going on. We've got reactions for Black Lightning, of course, them. Superman and Lois start back up next week, I believe.
I think so.
Next week, yeah. And we are entertaining a couple of more things. Y'all don't have to ask us about Loki. That is definitely
on our radar,
on the books.
Yeah.
So we will be doing that. But yeah, if you want to stay up to date, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date with everything we drop.
Yeah. Don't ask me if I'm ready.
Because I'm not. I was like, let's just do this. Let's do it.
Yes. Let's go. Engage. For who? Not us.
Administration has put 5 million young families into new homes. All over Los Angeles, brand new housing developments are being built. The future of America is in sunny California.
Lies, lies, lies.
Right. The redlining has begun.
So a few years back, West Compton, green as can be. Not a Negro, Mexican, or Jap in sight. But the entire neighborhood's completely flipped. They had to build more housing just to accommodate all the Negroes who want to live there.
7% interest on loans for all properties Southland Trust Realty acquires.
Don't bend us over on the interest here.
You guys are going to sell the houses for double what you paid and charge what? 20% on the mortgages? You're charging Negroes more than 20%?
Right.
There's no way anyone can get out from under that.
The city would approve any new Southland Trust development in East Compton once all the original owners have sold.
Move just one black family into a decent white neighborhood, and the other homeowners will throw money at you faster than you can count it.
What happens once they realize they have been swindled?
Well, you could always ask Miss Coyster if you could borrow a sanitary napkin.
Bitch, you the fuck?
If they default, we win.
Oh, you pray they miss their nut, and then you put those houses right back on the market.
At another markup. And by this time, it's an all-Negro neighborhood. Is Coystra's our man on the ground, as it were?
We flipped our second property within a 2-block radius. These families, they are coming, and they are ready to buy, sight unseen. Conservatively, inside 6 months, East Compton's gonna look a lot like West Compton. I've been doing some research, and Negro homeowners, when they move in, property values actually go up. What if we offer mortgage rates that were competitive? I'm not saying that we don't make a profit.
You're here because you got drive, Coystra. More balls than any man in the Compton office.
In the long
You
run,
could be home taking care of some kids. Or a husband. Don't fuck it up.
Wow.
By succumbing to the weaker nature of your sex.
If you can't flip East Compton, then get yourself a decent haircut. Find a sweater
20% on the principal. We're assuming all the risk, since, as you know, a traditional bank won't lend to Negroes moving into exclusive neighborhoods. And you can pay it off early as your circumstances improve.
Is he in a wheelchair?
That's what I'm waiting to see.
What's this? Oh, don't pay that any mind. The world is changing, and you get to be part of that. It's exciting.
We read about some incidents in Bell, West Compton.
Old news. Now, you couldn't imagine a nicer place to live.
You should have trusted your instinct, girl.
Right. I have such a problem with this, which of course most anybody would. We're going to talk about this after this episode, though, because people think I'd be bullshitting when I be talking about the way this system was set up.
Oof.
Now, I don't expect any trouble, but moving in at night might create less of a stir.
You should. Y'all shouldn't even sign. Immediately regret signing.
Okay, from the last episode, we kind of figured they was in cahoots, right?
Mm-hmm.
How'd we do?
Just manage your end.
How many do you think you could flip? Properties. We could run this thing all over the Southland, make a mint.
Don't get greedy. It's free money.
Free. I'm the one making sure goddamn race riots don't break out all over East Compton.
Yeah, well, a couple more of these deals, and I'm done. Out.
Bullshit.
Whatever makes you sleep better at night.
You think I don't know the law? What you're doing is illegal.
For both of us.
You pay me in cash. I don't exist. I might as well be a ghost. But those contracts you're signing for your company, that's all on paper, Helen. And that's all on you.
And they will definitely believe him because of the time that we are in.
We do this till it gets done. Who's next?
The Emerys. They arrived today. He's an engineer.
I'm not putting them on the cover of fucking Life here. I don't care who they are or where they're from. I just need to know how much force I'm gonna need in case Kong decides to go ape shit. Our little neighborhood welcoming committee's liable to spook him, so to speak.
Wow.
Fuck you, Bull.
I didn't think I was.
Thank you,
right.
sis. You're not. What?
I would have got up and walked away a long time ago.
Right, and she's actually kind of like, not for nothing, she was kind of smart when she was in the meeting. What she's saying was not a lie. It was actually better for the long run. But fuck him.
You're the one selling houses to
Listen,
something like that? So you're not gonna do it anymore?
Sister, you need you a knife or a pistol. You could have taken his little skinny ass.
Right. And he limping away. You can get him in his legs. So she's taking just much of a risk as the Emerys are at this point. I mean, not really, but...
It's like, not really, but she's more sympathetic because she's in a position where she's trying to take care of herself and all that. And what they're doing isn't cool.
No, I'm not ready for this.
I don't like this.
Oh, all right. You can do this. Come on.
I think somebody wants some peaches.
Oh my God.
I'm right here.
He looked at her, thank my peaches. Oh, Sarge like, what the fuck was that?
Don't go out there, look. I just want this to change from what we saw in the first episode.
You're not lost, are you?
No, not lost. Just out walking around, saw your beautiful home. Gone are the days when my heart was young and gay.
No.
I hear the gentle voices calling.
Lucky, come on.
Black Joe.
Get off my property. Come on, look.
Is that your baby? What's his name?
Chester.
Lucky.
I think you better be on your way. Now.
Can I have him? Your boy. I like him very, very much.
Go!
To be honest, Lucky, you could have probably took her. At least take her out before going back in the house. Come on, Luck, get out of there. Grab a knife or something. You just had a knife in your hand.
Every house in the South got a shotgun. Come on.
Grab a knife. Grab a vase. Grab something, girl.
He would have got popped right in his face. Finger in the eyeball.
Start hitting them or do something, girl.
This old chicken fucker looking ass. No.
I'm good. I'm good on this.
I'm right here.
No, 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 no. Oh no 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 no. Oh my gosh.
For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him should not perish, but that the world might be saved through him.
I'm sorry, but I'd be in jail because I would have hunted them down.
They're dead.
The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away.
Blessed be the name of the Lord. Amen. What did you say?
Oh, Lord Almighty's got a plan, is all.
Girl.
He gave, and he takes away.
Girl.
This ain't the time.
When he comes for your boy, give my regards to your Lord.
Go on. Get some of this in you. Got a family.
I couldn't even like imagine.
Mama?
No wonder she like.
Yeah. Like the hurt and like the pain and just everything. I can't even. I
Picked them for you this morning.
Oh.
She scares me, Ruby.
She'll get right soon.
You think so? I don't want to be like Mama.
We'll never be like Mama. Say it. We'll never be like Mama.
Y'all just don't know.
Yeah.
You'll protect us, right, Daddy?
I'll always protect you, baby girl.
What if Mama never comes back?
Your mama hasn't gone anywhere.
It's like she's crazy or something.
Hush now. You can't talk about your mama like that. You know words for what she's been through. But I got her. Got all of you.
Yes, I am still very interested.
Explains why they moved.
Look. It's time to go, look. Got two little girls down there who need their mama. I need you, look. I can't do it alone. We got this, baby. Remember who told me that? Doesn't matter where we go, he'll always be with us.
He'll always be with us.
Yeah.
Ooh, my God.
That was pretty rough.
Oh my gosh.
That was yeah. Oh man. I'm not even sure like what exactly to say at this point because it's just like how do you even begin to try to get over something like that? And it explains a lot how, Lucky
it explains why. Okay, they moved, but they're thrust back into a situation surrounded by people who don't mean them any good.
Right.
So not only are you already traumatized, you're already stressed out because they're amplifying it by doing stupid shit. But you got two little girls. You don't want to lose another. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It also explains why Lucky is going so hard against the neighborhood, and I'm sorry, I'm still like,
yeah,
the neighborhood that they're living in now, because she is like, at this point, I'm not gonna let this happen again. Like, and maybe that's kind of how she feels when it happened in that whole scene. She kind of could have did more, or she kind of let it happen, which is not the truth at all. Yeah. But it explains, I think it explains more as to why now, when she's getting, you know, people messing with her in the neighborhood, or whether it be whatever is going on in the house or the neighborhood people, she's not even having it at this point. She's like, no, I'm not gonna let this happen again. I'm gonna protect me and mine, even if I have to kill somebody. So, right.
Because she got ran away, they ran them away from their home essentially, and now they're in this new home and they're trying to do the same thing. Like, I'm a little bit. I'm a lot of bit upset about what happened, but I'm very, very pissed off and disappointed by the community surrounding them. Because in my head, I just would have died because I'm killing them.
Yeah.
That's a wrap. It's a wrap. Like, had that been like you, our sister, even a neighbor, somebody in our community, like, something's happening. Somebody's paying for that shit.
Yeah.
So it's like this frustration, like, even now I'm like shaking. Like, the frustration is building within me because, you know, I don't let shit go. Yeah. But you also know I don't like bullies and I don't like shit like that. I don't like people victimizing.
Yeah.
People.
But on the other hand, you also too have to think, because I completely understand where you're coming from, and I would probably be thinking, I mean, I'm thinking the same way, not even probably, I am. But you also have to think about the rest of the community and them having families to protect as well. And I know it should be more of we should be protecting each other, but I think that's kind of what happened out with that porch scene with Henry. Like, they were kind of going to an explanation as to why, like, okay, like, if we go into a certain area that they're, you know, they're hanging us. So, and you have to think also about, like, the families they have to protect, and, you know, the families they're not going to be there for if they go after, you know, these people. I mean, I understand. Yeah, I get that. But, I just don't know. Like, I can't say that I would be thinking that. I probably should be thinking that way, but right now, and it may be just because I just got done watching that, I just don't feel the same way. I'd just be like, let's go get him, you know?
I think there's a, I'm sorry, I'm going to say this. Somebody was paying for that. Somebody was paying for that. Whether it's my crazy ass or another crazy ass that I know, they wouldn't have got away with that shit.
Yeah.
They just wouldn't have. They wouldn't have got away with it. And, like, you can't tell me there's not a do dirty in that community. A crazy cousin Junebug, somebody who didn't know where they stay, because them boys she was with was chicken fuckers. They wasn't all right in the head. Somebody was paying. And that's what I need this series. I need retribution for that. For me to be like, part of me wants to keep going with this series like right now because I need retribution for that.
Well,
I need it.
You might want to make the decision now because I've heard that it does not get any better. So I feel like if we do continue on with the series, we might as well go ahead and prepare ourselves now for if that does not happen.
Yeah.
You know.
And here's the thing, which is maybe why there's not a lot of people reacting to this, because at the end of the day, like, not for nothing, that was a really emotional thing that we just saw.
Mm-hmm.
That was really raw. I'm going to watch this because I feel like it needs to be seen. You know? Like, let's not mix, which is the difficulty that I think some people might have with duality. I don't know. Something can be a good story and you don't never have to watch it again. Like Precious. Precious was a good movie. I will never watch it again.
Yep.
I saw it once. I don't need to see it again. But was it a good movie? Yes. Was it a story that needed to be told and needed to be acknowledged? Absolutely. Do I pop that in on a Saturday night? Not unless I want to throw myself off the top of a building.
Right. I'm right there with you. I've never seen Precious, but Passion of the Christ. I thought it was a good movie. Have I ever watched it more than once? No.
Yeah.
I have not. So.
And so, yeah. And that's what I'm saying about this series. You know, yeah, it hurts. It's a hard watch.
Yeah.
I'm going to see it through, though, because I still can't make up my mind. Is it a good story or not? I don't know yet. I have to reserve judgment until after we finish it. But, you know, at the end of the day, I'm going to see it through. I'm going to see it through because I feel like I'm gonna need get to the supernatural shit though. I'm like, I need to see like what's going on with the supernatural
there was
shit.
Nothing supernatural going on in that episode, and I think that was a purposeful decision.
Yeah.
To just focus on what was happening in that episode. I also noticed that episode was only about 30 minutes long. So
oh, that episode could not have been longer than that.
Yeah.
It absolutely could not have been longer than 30 minutes.
Yeah. But switching gears here, because I've got to move on. I can't. I'm gonna try to stop thinking about this. But switching gears here. So the whole scene's in the beginning in reference to the housing situation. So, just to make sure I'm understanding that, I know you're really good at this kind of stuff. So they're trying to get Negro families to move into that area to drive, I guess, white people or Caucasian people out of the area, and so they can move more Negro people into the area and then charge them 20% on their mortgage and then get them more money. And then once, you know, those families that move in aren't able to pay their mortgage anymore, move them out, ship a new family in, again, do the same thing. Is that, am I understanding that correctly?
Basically, they're creating liquid income by ruining people's lives. So they're selling these houses. Number one, with the interest rates, there is absolutely no way that they're going to be able to get out of it with the interest alone. Like, there's absolutely no, they're going to be paying that house off till like their grandchildren or like getting ready to go to college or whatever. So what they're doing is basically, like you said, moving people in there at hiked up interest, hiked up prices or whatever. And then when they default, of course, they evict them and then they move other Black families in because the situation is kind of, I don't want to say desperate, but because of the migration and what was happening at that time, if it meant getting away from Jim Crow, racist, whatever the hell was going on in the South, to pay an exorbitant amount of money for the idea of a better life, they would take that risk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's exactly what the Emorys have basically done. It sounds like.
When they were like, we're going to sell, she was basically like, you can't do that really, because you're not going to get any money back off of it. It's really nothing you can do. Now, the realty lady what she said long term was a good idea. They would have been better off doing what she said and being a part of a real change versus what they did. You know, because at the end of the day, property values still would have went up. You know, for what they did was they created a bunch of, by doing that to that neighborhood, they created a lot of desperate situations, which led to the downfall of, not the downfall of the neighborhood, but basically just making it a rough place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which again, I keep, even when it comes to like credit, real estate, and all this stuff, I be trying to tell people like, you got to do your research. You have to do your research. You know, you have to understand this system because it absolutely was not built for us. It was not built for us to succeed, you know?
Yeah.
So you got to do your research, man. That damn cop, though. Let me ask you this. So, did you feel sympathy for the realtor?
I did just a little bit, just from a woman's standpoint, because I know how it feels sometimes for you to be that single woman in the room and just being like, hey, why don't we just, you know, be smart about this instead of doing this dumb stuff? And I, you know, and having those ideas be like, oh, be quiet. You're just lucky that you're in this room right now. So from a woman type of standpoint, yes, I did feel a little bit of sympathy for her because, like you said, it sounded like she was actually trying to do the right thing. And they kind of showed her in some of the scenes when she was, you know, selling to these families, telling them these things like, oh, you don't have to worry about this, yada, yada, yada. You kind of see it on her face a little bit. And we saw it earlier, and I think in episode 1 when the Emerys kind of moved in, when, you know, Lucky was asking about, you know, the contract and things like that. Her face was looking a little bit weird, and now I understand a little bit more as to why. Like, you saw it on her face, like she really didn't want to do it. Yeah. So I do have.
I'm also curious. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
You're fine. Go ahead.
I'm curious as to her situation now. Why does she have to do this? I feel like if she had a choice to not do it, she wouldn't be doing it. So now I'm curious, like, what's your situation like? Are you, like, at that time, were you single? Like, because she said when they asked, do you live there? She was like, no, I'm still scraping my coins together. Is that a lie or is that the truth? That could be the truth. You know?
It could be. I however, think that it was a lie because even if she is married, she's obviously at work. She's obviously likes what she does from the look of it. And she's probably from the standpoint of, I'm a woman who I've been told that I should be at home in the kitchen cooking and cleaning and stuff, but I don't want to do that. I want to be at work. I'm good at my job. And even if she does have a husband, she doesn't want to do anything to jeopardize her job because she doesn't want to be that woman at home cooking and cleaning and running after, you know, kids and stuff. So
I can see that.
Yeah.
I feel like it's more though. I feel like, because again, there's other real estate companies, there's other brokerage companies.
True, but how many hire women?
And again, well, that's true. But again, at the same time, her idea was smart.
It was, yeah.
Looking at other, and I'm thinking in terms of like, why are we sticking with this one? What's the deal with this company? Why do you have to say, because you're not making as much as them. You're basically the fall guy at this point.
Yeah.
Should something go wrong. And I know that the money that you're receiving is not equal to the work that you're putting in.
Yeah.
The cop's probably getting more money than she is off of this, you know? So it just makes me wonder her situation, why she quote unquote has to be here doing this.
Well, again, you got to think about women being hired during that time. She might go to another company and be like, hey, the bank that I was at was doing some things that I wasn't cool with, so why don't I come here and tell you guys how you can do better than them and still make money? I mean, she might even not get her foot in the door to be able to tell somebody that, because again, they just look at her as a woman. Even in the meeting at the beginning of the episode, they were like making references to like her hair and like, getting, a pad and stuff like that. So at this point, I think she just feels that she's just lucky to be in a room, and she doesn't want to do anything to jeopardize that, because she knows how hard it will be to either stay at home and cook, clean, or whatever, or to go find another job at another company that will hire her.
I can't accept that. So there's
I'm not
always
saying that she's right.
option.
Yeah, I'm not saying that she's right for doing what she's doing. She's definitely wrong.
No,
but,
not at all.
Yeah, I
feel like there has to be something else. There has to be an extenuating circumstance here outside of the superficial. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? There's got to be something else. Because she said, I'm almost out of this. So she was planning to exit. But basically, they're like, you're the fall guy, so you can't really leave. So it's like, I'm just wondering, like, what else is it? Why did you have to? I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
I just feel like there's some more development that's going to happen with this realtor, you know? But anyway, but fuck the cop. Like, so we know what's your deal. Which we kind of already suspected, like, you ain't kosher. There's something going on here.
Yeah.
But, that damn Lucky, that poor lady.
Yeah, I want to talk about really quick Ruby. And I know this is a scene between Ruby and Gracie, but Ruby is, telling Gracie, we will never be like mom. Say it after me, Gracie. We will never be like mom. Mm-hmm. I want to know a little bit more as to why she feels like she has to be that way towards her mom. Like, what? Your mom has just gone through, your whole family has just gone through this terrible loss. And, you have to be, even with the way Lucky was acting, I find it hard to believe that she's not just like at least trying to understand how her mother feels. I know Lucky was doing, walking around and, couldn't even look at peaches without getting nausea and things like that. But still, if that were me and that was my mother, I wouldn't be sitting there telling, well, I'm the baby, so it wouldn't be no little sister. But I would be telling, you, like, don't ever be like mom, I want to know where that comes from. Like, why do you feel that way towards your mother when she's just gone through this terrible loss? Like,
I don't know. I kind of want to.
And maybe that'll be something that'll fleshed out in the rest of the episodes. But I thought that was a little bit. Again, seeing our mom going through something like that, that would not be my first thing to say, like, never be like mom. I don't know. I love my mommy, no matter.
I know, right? Sorry.
No matter what.
But maybe it's one of those things, like, because let's be real about kids. Sometimes they're real narcissists. The world kind of revolves around them. They don't think about the bigger picture of what's happening in the world or with people. So I don't think they fully know. They know their brother's dead. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't think they know all the details. So still to them, I was just saying, to them, they're too young to understand.
I don't know. I guess I'm just built from a different cloth. I think you and me are, because even if I didn't know, and I walked into our kitchen and I saw our mother crying, I'd be like, "Mommy, what's wrong? Like, hey?"
Right. Of course.
I wouldn't.
Which that probably happened. I think it's the length of time they're not understanding
Could be.
why it's the length of time that it is. So, because even now you catch Ruby looking at her mom crazy.
Yeah.
So,
maybe she.
Sorry, my allergies.
You're fine. Go ahead, because I'm going to say this. Maybe she feels a certain type of way because maybe she feels like Lucky let that happen to Chester. So maybe that's her thing that she has towards her mother. Maybe she just feels like this was Lucky's fault and she doesn't really understand, you know.
That's a part of it. Pretty sure that's a part of it. But even with Henry, I was just kind of like, dude, give your wife some time.
Yeah.
I can't do this by myself. Well, you can do it by yourself for a little bit. Like, I need you to let me process this, you know?
Let me do what I gotta do,
you know,
to get better, you know.
Shout out to the young actress though, Melody Hurd. She's doing a really good job in this show. Mm-hmm. And I saw a little fun, lighthearted thing. Her and Shahadi, right? They were doing like impressions or something. She's just so cute. Well, she's quite the little actress. I'm like excited to see how she grows up.
Yeah. Are you talking about Gracie? You're talking about Gracie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Gracie. Yeah. I'm ready to go. We got to go watch something fun.
Yeah. Something lighthearted and fun. Let's watch some Resident Evil reactions or something.
Big booty lady dick.
Actually, I have not played Resident Evil yet, so I might jump on that. But anyway, that's either here or there.
Guys, if you're still here, thank you for riding this out with us. This was not an easy episode to watch, and we know y'all warned us, and thank you for warning us. I think had we not had the warning, we probably would have had much stronger reactions. Mm-hmm. So we appreciate y'all looking out for us. We're gonna keep the series moving though. If you guys know the drill, you're driving this, we get 50 likes on this video, we'll hop over to the next episode, child. That's what we gonna do. Drop down in the comments, let us know your thoughts, your feelings. What do you think about our observations, what we're thinking about this episode? We definitely want to hear them. Until next time, we are your hosts. I'm Killer Cam.
And I'm Monique.
We'll see you on the next episode of shit. This episode was like blurred up cries because I had to get my little Batman tissues. I was like, we'll see you on the next episode of Blerd Up Reacts.
Thanks, guys.